Welcome back to another weekly Gacha news recap, a new video series I do where I recap all the latest news, the latest Gacha drama, the latest Gacha releases, upcoming Gacha games, all in one very easily digestible format. We have a lot to talk about, so let's just go ahead and jump right in. Let's start this off with Wizardry Variants Daphne. This is an upcoming Gacha game that has been in development for years now. They announced that they are holding a closed beta test. The pre-registration was open up until September 28th, so this is a couple days ago. This is why you need to make sure to be subscribed to this channel so you do not miss out on opportunities like this, because you could have pre-registered, you could have been participating in this had you known about. Then we have Metria. I'm sure you guys know who Asabimo is. They made some incredible mobile MMORPGs, Torum Online, Avabel Online, Izanagi Online, more recently Alchemia Story, and that other game that was not an MMO but was really bad that shut down I think a couple months after launching. They're developing a brand new, or actually nearing the completion of the development of a brand new MMO called Metria. Pre-registration is currently available on Android and iOS if you're interested. It looks like they're only anticipating a maximum of 200,000 players, which is kind of low, given the fact that Asabimo is known to be one of the higher quality Japanese mobile MMO developers out there. D4DJ Groovy Mix is holding a collaborative event with Prisma Ilia. Now, typically I wouldn't care because I don't even know what D4DJ is, but the event is with Prisma Ilia, one of the Fate properties. So if you love the Fate series, this might be a collab you don't want to miss out on. Speaking of things you don't want to miss out on, did you know I stream every single weekend over on Twitch? I know. Wow, Stix, what a smooth, seamless transition. I'm a pro. This is what I do. Cat Fantasy is holding a closed beta test for the Southeast Asia region. I've covered this over on the channel. Again, another reason to subscribe and keep up to date with everything that's going on. The closed beta test ends on October 8th, which means you have about a week or so left to participate if you're interested in Pussycats. AFK Journey is a brand new open world idle Gacha game, I think. This is done by the creators of AFK Arena, if I recall. This is Lilith Games. And admittedly, the trailer, from what I can see thus far, is a lot of bounce. Wow. It looks surprisingly entertaining, but I can't imagine an idle game also being completely open world. I guess if you're interested in learning more, stay tuned to the channel because I'm going to be doing a dedicated video on this at some point in the next week or two. For those of you that are fans of the Taimanin series, not the cultured anime series like Taimen and Asagi, Taimen and Yukikaze, etc., you'll be happy to know that Taimen and RPG X is releasing in English. Yeah, you're welcome. Astra Knights of Veda is holding a global closed beta coming in October at some point. You'd know about this if you watched the video I did one day ago titled 8 Insane Gacha Games Coming in October 2023. Which goes over every upcoming Gacha game that is going to be playable in some capacity this month. Now, this is a mouthful, and not in a fun kind of way. Himegimi ni Icon will Climax is releasing onto the DMM Games App Store. Now, this is a game that targets a very specific demographic, and by that I mean the kind of demographic that lives alone, not with their parents, or girlfriend, or wife, or anyone that can barge into the room at any given moment. The same applies for this game, Starlust, which is actually released now. And yeah, I had to censor part of the image in the background because I couldn't release the video and have it monetized if it wasn't, once again, the kind of video that you want to, make sure no one's around when you play. I mean, the kind of game you want to make sure no one's around when you play. Have all the lights off, the window closed, the blinds closed, maybe the curtains covering it, your headset on because you don't want to hear, or you don't want people to hear what's going on. Oh boy. Eversoul, which is actually a fairly fun, decent quality gacha game released their fourth quarter 2023 roadmap. Admittedly, there's a lot to look forward to, a lot to be excited for. Then we have the SAG AFTRA members who went to approve video game strike authorization vote with a 98.32% yes. What this means, because I'm sure a lot of that really made no sense to you, is that Formosa Interactive, which is the dubbing studio behind the English version of Genshin Impact, is likely going to run into issues producing the English dub. Therefore, updates in the future for Genshin exclusively, not other Hoyo games, might feature no voice acting. That's just speculation though, amongst all of the other drama surrounding and concerning Formosa Interactive and not paying the Genshin voice actors, etc., etc. I've covered this already in the past. Girls Frontline 2 released their open beta test trailer, and honestly it looks pretty good, but what's more concerning is that uninstalling Girls Frontline 2 will erase your entire hard drive, and this was addressed officially by the developers, who went on to point out on PC, if you install the game anywhere that is not the default directory, everything in the directory, so if you install it to your C drive, will be immediately wiped, so you'll delete your entire C drive. That is fucking crazy. They apologized for this, and they're taking it very seriously to strengthen their quality control management in the future. But you know, if your computer broke because you tried to uninstall the game, then sorry. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis is actually launching onto Steam on PC, which a lot of people are kind of excited for. I think that's a great move, make the game more available to more players. Phantom Blade Executioners, which is a gacha game I actually did a video on a couple months ago, has open pre-registration for the game because it is launching on November 2nd. This is a very unique gacha game. I urge you to go ahead and check the video I did on it, because honestly, I know it's not going to appeal to a whole lot of people, but the people that will are really going to enjoy it. Before we go any further though, into the news, into the drama, I want to take a moment here to thank our incredible patrons over on Patreon to allow for me to continue to do videos like this every single day, every single week. You guys are absolutely incredible. Breakers Unlock the World released a 13-minute gameplay trailer that showcased a lot of what we have to look forward to. And let me tell you, admittedly, I've done 2 videos on this already. 1, genuinely the most impressive new gacha I've seen in a while, and 2, the next big action gacha. The first video was pertaining to the information we had available. The second video was pertaining to the gameplay video that we were presented with several days later, both of which I urge you to check out if you're interested in learning more about the game, because honestly, the gameplay looks very fun. It looks like a pretty high quality game, has a great narrative, beautiful graphics. This has a lot of potential. Next, we have Tokyo Ghoul Break the Chains, which is opened pre-registration. Japan's hot anime is coming. Officially authorized mobile game Tokyo Ghoul. For players that are interested in the Tokyo Ghoul anime or manga and want to have their experience, their history with the genre completely ruined, here's a brand new game that you'll be able to play very soon. Arc Recode, which is the highly anticipated mobile game, has opened pre-registration on Eurolabs. Once again, this is another image I had to censor because there's just so much going on, and for the life of me, I would love for you guys to see this, but I mean, you're gonna just have to go and check out the game yourself. Once again, just make sure you do it when there isn't anyone around that can judge you for it. Alchemy Stars has added a wish list system, which is a great quality of life change to the gacha. I think wish lists are great because they allow for you to raise the chances of acquiring a character in specific, but at the same time, I feel like it's kind of too late. Not many people are even left playing the game. Devil May Cry Peak of Combat released their gameplay trailer ahead of the pre-order, pre-registration, pre-launch, and honestly, from what I'm looking at, this looks fucking horrible. It looks about as horrible as it actually played, which was pretty bad. Shield Hero Rise is an upcoming mobile RPG based on the popular Rise of the Shield Hero series. The game is now open for pre-registration for both Android and iOS devices. I know people are looking at this and immediately going, oh my god, I have to play this. Looking at the top comment, according to a Twitter thread, the game already end of serviced in Taiwan and was abandoned in China, so I'd advise y'all to not even try this game if you value your time. But if you still want to try it despite this, just be free to play and don't bother spending money on it. I know we talked about time in an RPG like 5 minutes ago and how it was releasing in English, but on October 10th is apparently pregnancy day. Because it wasn't already absurd enough as it was, let's introduce pregnant. Oh my god. All right. That is something else. Gacha games are getting really weird, guys. Honkai Star Rail released their version 1.4 trailer, Jolted Awake from a Winter Dream. And I mean, it's about everything you wanted from the trailer. I can't complain. Anyone that does, oh my god, anyone that does is crazy. And finally, this is something that I never ever saw coming. But Punishing Gray Raven, which is several years old now, is purchasing advertising in Times Square. I'm not quite sure why. I guess it's ahead of the release of Bianca, like the new version of Bianca. I don't know. I feel like maybe I think it could definitely bolster sales, but at the same time, that's quite an expensive marketing campaign to pursue. And that is everything. That is all of the news, all of the drama, all of the releases that are upcoming or happened over the course of the last week. If you guys want to stay up to date with all of this and more, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification. That way you don't miss out when new shit happens, when new games become playable, when new pre-registrations open up. Because trust me, you're not gonna wanna. That was admittedly a little bit difficult to say. Now, if you're looking for something to play, I urge you to take a moment here and check out one of the 2 videos that are on screen right now.